Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. In this video I'd like to focus only on the shorter time frame. Here we have the 30-minute chart open. Everything else was discussed in the previous update. Bigger picture, don't need to talk about that structure again. We've covered it. What is interesting is now what's happening here in the very short term. We've had a marginally higher high today, above the Sunday high. So everything's still moving within the resistance area. So the scenario itself doesn't change. The micro count did change, however, but these change all the time, especially in corrections. But the overall scenario of another low hasn't changed at all. Yeah, so that's still basically what I'm observing, especially as long as the price is below resistance. And the main resistance area or the main resistance level is at $2,382. The ideal resistance level is at 2,330. So already a break above that level might introduce some more bullishness to this chart. Yeah. So again, I can only repeat, we are following an overall bullish scenario for ETH. We want it to turn around at some point, maybe after the next low. Maybe the low is already in, but as I said to you, I cannot confirm that until I see at least a break above resistance and 5 waves up. So that's what we're tracking. With that move today higher, we have a potential 5-wave move up, but we're not above resistance. So I tell you now what I need to see. And these are the signals we need to listen to that could change the opinion from, okay, maybe one more low to, okay, the low is probably in, but it's too early for that at this stage. So the thing is, until basically an hour ago, a couple of hours ago, we had a very clear 3-wave move to the upside, which indicated and a rally into resistance as we wanted it. And to be honest, the price hasn't moved much higher. However, with that latest push, we have a potential 5-wave move to the upside. Yeah, potential 5-wave move to the upside. The thing is, it was very clearly 3 waves until earlier today. Then it could have broken down easy. I mentioned it in my update in my signal to channel members yesterday that, yeah, it would be ideal if we now get a breakdown, but the market often doesn't make it that easy. Well, it didn't make it that easy because we have another high. Now, that doesn't rule out one more low because we are still within resistance and because we could have a W, X, Y structure and the Y wave is A, B, C. Okay, so that's a scenario that we can still follow. But in this scenario, the price should stay below 2,382. A WXY structure can sometimes look similar to a leading diagonal because essentially you could mistake them for a 5-wave move, okay? But the Fibonacci levels just about work for a 5-wave move up in yellow in a leading diagonal. Why? Because I've got from this swing low that formed last week, a wave 1 to the upside, yep. A wave 2 to the downside. The third wave reached the 1.38 extension, actually ideal target. The fourth wave, okay, normal pullback. Yep, overlap with wave 1, but that's okay in a diagonal. And the fifth wave was a bit short, but if it gives us one more stretch higher, then we've reached the 1.618 or even the 1.786 extension. So what I want to mention is it looks a little bit like a messy leading diagonal, which is acceptable. We cannot trust diagonals, however, it's not an impulse. So if I see 5 waves up, it is not the fact that we have 5 waves up that I will, let's say the low is in. It has to be the successful formation of a higher low without breaking below the previous swing low here from Tuesday last week. And actually, I will have to measure then the fibs. Micro support, I mean, I can do it right now. It's just the micro support level that we can deal with right now. But if the price pushes a little higher, it would have to be adjusted. Basically, what we want is that it holds the 78.6 retracement level of that rally. I'll highlight it in orange because it's unreliable, but it needs to hold $2,197. 2197. That's the support that needs to hold in any pullback now to keep the yellow, which is basically now the bullish scenario, alive. At the moment, it would be the alternative. I tell you when it becomes primary, it's a successful higher low in a pullback and then a break above this swing high, then I'll make the yellow count the primary, because then this would be a wave 1, wave 2 pullback, wave 3 can then escalate. Okay, until then, we have possibly just a WXY structure into resistance, which would be further confirmed with a successful break below the 2,197 threshold level. That's my update about Ether. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.